Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an interesting topic to talk about as Microsoft seems to have gotten lazy in writing an article about a passing of a former NBA player. So before we get to the Microsoft article, I will let you know a quick breakdown on Brandon Hunter and his career, as he wasn't a more known NBA player. Brandon Hunter was a 6'7", 260-pound power forward who went to Ohio University. He played 2 years in the league. The first season with the Boston Celtics in 36 games, where he played 11 minutes a contest, putting up 4 points, 3 rebounds, and half an assist, while shooting 46% from the field and 44 from the free throw line. He didn't really shoot any threes. It was one, and he missed it. He then, in his second season, played for the Orlando Magic in the 2004-05 season, playing 31 games, 7 minutes a contest, putting up 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 0.1 assists in that season, very short limited amount of time, and shooting 51% from the field and 54 from the free throw line. He didn't excel much as an NBA pro, but that's fine. He did end up in the EuroLeague in the 2005-06 season with Panathinaikos, and in 10 minutes a game in just 2 games he put up 4 points and 3 rebounds. Then he goes to Panathinaikos of the Greek Basket League, and in 8 minutes a game he puts up 8 points and 5 rebounds, 58% from the field and 50 from the free throw line. Next season he goes to Carpisa Napoli in Liga Serie A, and he's putting up 2 points and 1 rebound in just 6 minutes of play over 8 games, 46% from the field, 33 from the free throw line. He gets a much bigger role in the very next season, 2006-07. He's with TD Shop.it Livorno in the Liga Serie A. He plays 25 games, 32 minutes a contest, puts up 15 points, 9 rebounds, an assist, and a steal and a half, while shooting 56% from the field, 25 from 3, and 56 from the free throw line. He continues a nice pace like that over the next few seasons in Liga Serie A. Next season he plays with Angelico Biella, and then the season after that he plays with Premiata Montegranero, also starting for both of those teams, posting about 13 a contest with 9 rebounds. He then, in the 2009-10 season, goes over to Eurocup, plays with Hapoel Bank Yahav Jerusalem, and in 12 games he plays 20 minutes a contest, 59% from the field, 72 from the free throw line, putting up 9 and 5, and then finishes it up coming back 2 seasons later in 2012-13 for Orleans Lorraine Basket in the LNB Pro A, and in 22 minutes per contest, it's 55% from the field, 64 from the free throw line, putting up 8 and 4. His passing came as quite the surprise, just 42 years of age, collapsing during hot yoga. Of course, it's only speculation at this time that AI wrote the article for Microsoft, but some of the things that are wrote in there just don't make any sense if you know anything about the game of basketball or just writing articles in general. One reader even came out to say, AI should not be writing obituaries. Pay your damn writers, MSN, and I have to say that I agree. It's not the first time Microsoft, a major backer of ChatGPT, maker OpenAI, has embarrassed itself with AI-generated content on MSN. It made headlines last month, for instance, after publishing a similarly incoherent AI-generated travel guide for Ottawa, Canada, that bizarrely recommended that tourists visit a local food bank. It deleted the bizarre article after criticism. Jeff Jones, a senior director at Microsoft, came to say that the article was not published by an unsupervised AI. In this case, the content was generated through a combination of algorithmic techniques with human review, not a large language model or AI system. The full story started all the way back in 2020 when MSN fired the team of human journalists responsible for vetting content published on its platform. As a result, the platform ended up syndicating large numbers of sloppy articles about topics as dubious Bigfoot and mermaids, which it deleted after we pointed them out. One would expect that these repeated self-inflicted embarrassments would lead MSN to increase its scrutiny of content shared with its vast audience. We are working to ensure this type of content isn't posted in the future, Jones told The Verge last month. They don't seem to be succeeding though. MSN promises on its About Us page that ensures the content we show aligns with their values through human oversight. But looking at some of the material being published on its site, that claim strains credibility. Over the last few days, the website has seemingly been taken down and presents visitors with a login page. And despite having almost 100,000 followers on Facebook, the site's content gets almost zero engagement there. Another unintelligible recent piece slapped together by Racetrack and republished by MSN bungled the story of Kevin Porter Jr.'s arrest for domestic violence, misstating facts as basic as the name of NYU Langone Medical Center, which are referred to as Langone Medical Heart. Upon closer examination, the articles aren't just of very low quality, as it turns out they're also plagiarized. Take the article about Hunter's death, which follows the same structure as a TMZ sports story about his death, albeit with altered punctuation and use of synonyms so liberal that the result is essentially incomprehensible. For example, here's the first line of TMZ's write-up. Former Boston Celtics and Orlando Magic player Brandon Hunter has died, Ohio men's basketball coach Jeff Boyle said today. He was just 42 years old. If you compare that to the first line of MSN's version, which clearly performed a series of clunky rephrasings like changing player to participant disguised the pilfering, former NBA participant Brandon Hunter, who beforehand performed for the Boston Celtics and Orlando Magic, has handed away on the age of 42, as introduced by Ohio Males' basketball coach Jeff Boyles on Tuesday. And now here are the next two paragraphs of TMZ's story. Hunter, a standout high school hoops player in Cincinnati, was a star forward for the Bobcats, earning 3 first-team All-MAC conference selections and leading the NCAA in rebounding his senior season, before being taken with the 56th overall pick in the 2003 draft. He played 67 games over 2 seasons in the association, scoring a career-high 17 points against the Milwaukee Bucks in 2004. And then when you look at the MSN version that they really chopped up and threw an AI that we're speculating, it says that Hunter, initially an extremely regarded high school basketball participant in Cincinnati, achieved vital success as a head for the Bobcat. He earned 3 first-team All-MAC convention alternatives and led the NCAA in rebounding throughout his senior season. Hunter's expertise led to his choice because the 56th general decide within the 2003 NBA draft. It even goes as far as saying that he played in 67 video games instead of games in his career, which is just clearly nothing that somebody would state when an NBA player has played games in the league. Of course, the biggest slip-up coming in the title itself, claiming that the player was useless at the age of 42 when he had just passed away. There are several of these articles that MSN has posted along with Racetrack themselves, ripping off many things, putting them into AI just to get different words, and it just doesn't make any sense. It's clearly plagiarism, and on top of that, I encourage you to look at some of these articles and just see how they don't make any sense at all. There's lots of articles out there that you can find stating that Google and Microsoft have plans to demolish the journalism industry and just use AI, but clearly this is a massive showing that that just isn't working at all. Hopefully Microsoft can right their wrongs and make a better article, hopefully by an actual journalist, because this one right here does not have a good showing for the company and they are currently in deep water because of it. I want to thank you if you made it to this part of the video. Once again, make sure to like and subscribe. Lots more content coming in the next few days in terms of news. And until next time, it's been Core Chronicles.